It all began with a map, Kazakhstan, vast and mysterious, called to me from the floor of my study. Its borders stretched across the page, hinting at endless stories and secrets waiting to be discovered. I knew almost nothing about it, which made it irresistible. The unknown has a way of pulling you in, making you wonder what lies beyond the familiar. The challenge was set. 1 month, 1 backpack, and just $600. Every item I packed had to earn its place. Every dollar would have to stretch further than ever before. Could I really explore the world's 9th largest country on a shoestring? The sheer scale of Kazakhstan was daunting, its landscapes both intimidating and inviting. My preparations were simple: boots, a Cyrillic phrasebook, and optimism. I knew I'd need more than just gear. I'd need courage and curiosity. The budget would force me to travel like a local, stripping away the tourist bubble. I'd have to rely on public transport, bargain at markets, and embrace the daily rhythm of Kazakh life. I craved the real Kazakhstan, shared taxis, market haggling, and the kindness of strangers. I wanted to experience the country through its people, its food, and its everyday moments. With a one-way ticket and a heart full of anticipation, I set off. The adventure ahead was unknown, but that was exactly what made it thrilling. As the plane soared east, the world I knew faded, replaced by the promise of the steppe and mountains. Each mile brought me closer to a new reality, one I could only imagine. Kazakhstan was waiting, and I was ready to answer its call. The journey was just beginning, and I couldn't wait to see where it would lead. My journey began in Almaty, the father of apples, a city whose name itself whispers of orchards and abundance. Nestled at the foot of the majestic Tian Shan Mountains, Almaty feels both protected and inspired by the peaks that watch over it. The city's wide, leafy streets and snow-melt-fed channels felt welcoming and calm, as if nature and urban life had struck a rare harmony. I found a hostel for just $8 a night, humble, but perfectly placed as my base for exploring this vibrant city. On foot, I wandered through hidden courtyards, admired fading Soviet mosaics, and lost myself in the bustling green bazaar, where a single dollar bought a hearty, steaming samsa and a taste of local life. Locals warmed to my clumsy Kazakh greetings, their smiles genuine and their curiosity about my journey sincere. For just 20 cents, a city bus whisked me away to Meadows' crisp mountain air, a world apart from the city's busy heart. And further up, a cable car soared to Shimbolak's breathtaking views, where the city sprawled below like a living tapestry. $1 million scenery, all on a pauper's budget, made every moment feel like a secret luxury. Almaty's soul shone in its parks, lively cafes, and the quiet confidence of its people. Students sipped coffee and debated ideas. Families picnicked by the turquoise waters of Big Almaty Lake, laughter echoing across the grass. And old men played chess in Panfilov Park, their concentration as intense as any grandmaster's. The city blended its Soviet past and independent future, grand yet intimate, with every street telling a story of change and resilience. It was the perfect introduction to Kazakhstan. Authentic, vibrant, and deeply charming, a place where tradition and ambition walk side by side. I was already falling for its spirit, feeling both welcomed and inspired by Almaty's unique energy. To understand Kazakhstan, you must follow the Silk Road's ancient echoes. I took an overnight train south, $15 for a bunk among families and students. Sharing bread and tea, language barriers faded into laughter and gestures. The landscape shifted from green foothills to sun-baked plains, our train a modern caravan. In Turkestan, the mausoleum of Khoja Ahmed Yasawi rose, its turquoise dome a beacon of history. I wandered its halls, awed by centuries of faith and architecture. A few dollars for a taxi, a simple meal, and a willingness to be uncomfortable opened the door to the soul of Central Asia. Here, history was alive, not locked in museums but carried on the wind. I felt the ancient Silk Road's whispers in every step. Kazakhstan's wild landscapes demanded exploration. With fellow hostel travelers, we hired Marat and his battered Lada Niva for a fraction of a tour's cost. Charon Canyon appeared suddenly. Red, ochre, and purple rock formations like ancient castles. We hiked the Valley of Castles, feeling like explorers on another planet. Next, the singing dunes of Altan Emel, a mile-long crescent of sand that hummed as we climbed. At the summit, the Ili River Valley stretched before us, mountains glowing in sunset. That night, a village guest house welcomed us with Lagman noodles and laughter. 2 days of adventure, food, and lodging cost just $70 each. Lying in the silence of the steppe, I felt immense gratitude. This was the Kazakhstan I dreamed of, raw, beautiful, and full of unexpected friendships. Nature here reigned supreme. In Kazakhstan, food is the heart of hospitality. I was invited to a village home after a chance meeting at a bus stop. The family gathered around a platter of besh barmak, meat, noodles, and broth, eaten by hand. Conversation flowed in broken Russian, English, and laughter. They asked about my home and why I'd come so far. Then came kumis, fermented mare's milk, sour and fizzy, an acquired taste. I finished my bowl, earning applause and acceptance. In that moment, I was a guest, not a tourist, sharing in centuries-old tradition. These moments cost nothing but openness and a willingness to say yes. I learned more about Kazakh culture on that floor than from any guidebook. Hospitality here was sacred, born of the steppe's harshness and generosity. As night fell, Almaty transformed. Evenings began with shashlik, grilled meat and flatbread for a few dollars. I explored bars tucked in basements, decorated with Soviet relics, filled with artists and students. Local craft beers and vodka flowed, conversation lively and welcoming. Night bazaars buzzed with food stalls, music, and games under the stars. I sampled Kurt cheese and kvass, joining families and friends in the joyful chaos. Following locals led me to rock concerts, late-night dumpling cafes, and impromptu park dance parties. Kazakhs work hard but celebrate harder. Their zest for life infectious. Nightlife here was affordable, authentic, and full of surprises. It revealed a vibrant, modern side of Kazakhstan. My month in Kazakhstan, living on just $600, ended far too soon. The days seemed to slip away, each one filled with new discoveries and quiet moments of awe. The budget wasn't a constraint, it was a passport to the country's heart, opening doors to experiences I never expected and teaching me the true value of travel. I left with memories richer than any souvenir, the taste of besh barmak, shared with locals who welcomed me like family, the haunting sound of the singing dunes echoing across the desert, and the profound silence of Charon Canyon at sunrise, where nature's beauty left me speechless. Most of all, I carried the faces and kindness of those I met, strangers who became friends, and friends who felt like family. Kazakhstan is vast, beautiful, and still defining itself, a place of epic landscapes, endless steppe, and warm welcomes that linger in your memory. I urge any adventurer, go, pack light, learn a few words, and be open to surprise. Take the train across the steppe, share a meal with locals, and let strangers become friends over laughter and stories, even if you don't speak the same language. My journey was a lesson in human connection, in the world's unexpected generosity, and in the beauty of embracing the unknown. Kazakhstan is no longer a blank space on my map. It's a place that stays with me, full of memories and meaning. Its call is now a permanent echo in my soul, reminding me that adventure and kindness can be found in the most unexpected places.